Let's bring in now President of Americans for Tax Reform, Grover Norquist. Thank you so much, sir. Good to see you.
Good to be with you.
You know, we see almost 70% of the American people, when asked, believe the country is going in the wrong direction. They're worried about inflation, the economy, the border, and they blame this administration. And now the October jobs report, the final one, is something that they will actually have to look at again. Bad timing, but really American people have an opportunity now to potentially put Donald Trump back in the White House.
That they do, and the numbers that were just discussed are worse than they appear. Not only did they only create net 12,000 jobs, during the Reagan growth, that was a 300,000 job a month recovery for years and years. This is 12,000. That's a much smaller number. They thought they were going to have 100,000. The last 2 months, they had the numbers for that. They revised those down by 112,000. So not only is this month really bad, but the previous 2 months, they took down by 112,000 and said, we thought there were numbers, they weren't there. Now, was the administration, the Biden administration, fudging the numbers, and after a while you have to come up with more honest ones? Possible. Is it just that they didn't know? But underneath those numbers, the plus 12, government created 40,000 jobs, manufacturing lost about 50,000. Wow. So jobs moving into government jobs directly and secondary government jobs like in healthcare, which is largely funded by the government, and the real jobs that produce wealth are declining.
You know, it's the American worker that is out there suffering. Kamala Harris will bring out celebrities who don't really live in our world. Mark Cuban, a billionaire, will insult people. Donald Trump goes to that forum with Bloomberg a few weeks ago. And it was so hostile. He's trying to talk about tariffs, Grover. He's trying to, talk about different things. Donald Trump, though, his economy was, so much different than the one we have now. A lot of people are looking at this, and the revision of the numbers, as you said, it's sort of, the deception and the shell game. And her policies about unrealized gains, the taxing, all of it's just been so poor. There's barely any time left, right, for them to do anything. So how do they have a winning strategy if you're in Kamala Harris's camp now when these numbers come out? Is there anything they can do to right the ship, or is this just something that they are just going to try to continue to gaslight Americans on?
Talk about joy and vibes and things like that. Don't talk about economic growth because there isn't very much of it. Don't criticize the Trump administration because that was a period of strong economic growth. In the second year of the tax cut, when we took the corporate rate down, we knew that would create jobs and increase wages, and it did. The median income for a family of four in 2012, 2 years after the tax cut, was up 6.8%. And that's pre-inflation, 6.8%. That's a larger increase than all 8 years of Obama. It was a huge jump in middle-income people's ability to pay for their bills and do what they want to do with their lives. The one thing that Kamala Harris has said again and again and again is that she, day one, would repeal the Trump tax cuts, which means losing all that pro-growth drive, and that would be a disaster on top of the bad 4 years that she and Biden oversaw.
Really great conversation, and an important one now, just days before the election. And we know early voting's underway, but these are numbers, like you said, when you really dig into them, worse than they even appear. Grover Norquist, appreciate your time, sir, and great to have you in.
Take care.
Thank you.